Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Wind Down Friday special edition is Teen Dating Violence Awareness. And as you all know, February is Black History Month, but it's also Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month too. And we wanted the show gonna be a little bit different. Yes, you ladies, y'all gonna get y'all first show in February from Wind Down Friday too. Gonna get two in the same week, which is gonna be fabulous because teen domestic violence is something that we need to talk about, something that we need to bring awareness to because it's going on and it's real. And I have my fabulous co-host with me today, Arthur Kim. And she, as you all know, she have Quality Day Foundation and she deal with adults and she's doing this transition and doing teens too. So this is something new that she's bringing down the pipeline for the month of February. So we want to get into this. We want to have these conversations and let's not have conversations. We need to be more open to this teen dating situation because they're dating, they're going through domestic violence too. So we can't just sweeping it under the rug as some families do. So my fabulous co-host gonna give us some stuff. We're gonna talk about some stuff, and we're gonna give out some tips and tools that teenagers could use in this because it's a lot of teens that's dealing with this domestic violence situation. So I'm gonna give the floor to my fabulous co-host, and she gonna talk about it.
So we just wanted to come to you guys today and let you guys know that for February is Black History Month, but also Valentine's Month. And
Valentine's, what is that?
Girl, anyway,
What is that?
and Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month. So we are bringing awareness all February by Quality Day Foundation, GiveASisterAHug, Beat the Purpose. With Beat the Purpose, we will be making a bracelet to bring awareness as well. So every bracelet that is bought in the month of February will go to a teen. Usually we do buy one, give one to a survivor, but this for the month of February is buy one, give one to a teen. So we are rolling out our teen program, which is called, let me see if I can remember off the top of my head, Teen Talk About Respect and Love, which is going to be like a mentorship program. Have sit down one-on-one. We're going to provide counseling and having different activities, for the youth, because the main goal at the end of the day is teaching them what is a healthy relationship. They need to know what that is because a lot of them, even though they say is only 10%, but I don't see how that's possible when you have 1 in 3 teens from the age of 12. That's what threw me. From the age of 12
our
to
little
19.
babies that's supposed to be still playing with baby dolls, because I can remember at 12 I was still playing with baby dolls, like
combing their hair and everything. What you talking about?
I know. And just the thing, our babies are dealing with this.
Yeah, which is, crazy that they are, but from age 12 to 19, 1 in 3 teens have dealt with it, if it's by verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual. We need to, one, it has to be taught at home, but then also we need to advocate, at school as well. They need to have, I was looking to see what type of programs that Dallas County had, but I ain't seen nothing. So I'm gonna have to see who I'm gonna have to talk to get that together, because we need to, get into these schools. We need to have these. I remember back in the day, what is it? Went to the gymnasium or the auditorium, and we had a guest speaker that
talk about different things. Yes.
Yes. So we need to have that. We need to pass out materials, which, I did create a Quality Day activity book. So that is to also bring awareness as well. And then you can do some activities, in that book. So that's kind of going all for February, what we're trying to do, but we need to start with us and us spreading awareness, because it do start at home and sometimes it starts at school. When it deals with teens, they might see it at home, but you have to remember, once they leave your home, they're going to school with 5, 6, 7, 800 people. And you don't know if they're being bullied. You don't know if they're being stalked, harassed, verbally, mentally, and sexually abused. A lot of stuff happens at school that you just would never know, because they try to sweep it under the rug. I don't know what's worse, the school's trying to sweep it under the rug, or when you get home and your big mama trying to sweep it under the rug because Uncle Leroy.
Don't talk that shit out of my house. We're gonna deal with it, and we're gonna deal with it accordingly. And that's how we're gonna deal with it. And we gotta stop we gotta stop trying to sweep so much under. This rug is getting big. And
big girl, it piled up. What you talking about? Girl,
we're in 2021.
Yes.
We have to, we have to make these things known. Yes. We have to talk to our teenagers, and especially mamas. We got to have these conversations. When you see something that you think is abnormal, we got to talk to our daughters, bring it to her. Hey, girl, what that was,
And it's not being nosy. And my thing is, you got to kind of look at it too. When they snap back, you definitely need to figure out why they snapping. And it's not because, she might be on a period or she just had a bad day. You need to dig. Why did she have a bad day? That's your job as a parent, to find out what is going on with your child that you gave birth to. Or if you didn't give birth to, but you're raising them. Don't matter. You need to find out. Dig deep why that child is acting the way they acting.
So talk about how these relationships start, with these teens and this domestic violence stuff. How does this start?
Well, it just starts with a little conversation. Hey, I think you cute. You think I'm cute? I remember when I was in school, we had do you like me? And we had the boxing. Check marking, yes, no. Yeah. And then you give it to your friend because your friend had, a class with your crush. So then, so they would take the note, and then it's all that back and forth. Yeah, that's I used to, sorry, that's how I started. Then
we know what you was doing in class.
Checking that mark, yes. I need for you to come on through. Yeah. Hey. Because I want you to be my little boyfriend. No, just kidding. But that's where it starts from. It just starts from a little, simple conversation, and then depending on that child's parent, on how their view on dating, even majority, you're not dating until you're 16. So you're having a boyfriend at school. I mean, this is 2021, so everybody has the internet. Everybody has a phone. You know what I'm saying? From the age of 12, everybody got a phone, so you're able to access any and everything. So I'm able to keep in contact with you, so I know your every move. Hey, turn on your location. All in the plate. Don't know what he thinking in the back of his head, but you turn on that location because you think that's cute. Fool, he's stalking you.
He want to know your every move. That's controlling.
Say it again. That's control. It's not cute. It's control. That's exactly what that is. It's control. And we need to understand the signs. It's 81% of parents don't believe that teen dating violence is a thing. There ain't no such thing. They just kids. These kids will kill you.
So why you think that number is so high, that 81% of our us as parents don't know our children are in these type of relationships?
Because they're dealing with it with themselves. You seen me go through it at home. You seen even if we left that situation, you seen me go through it with Eric. You seen that. Why would you do that when you see me go through, and the hell I went through with him, and the hell I went through to leave him? Why would you end up in something like that?
Because that's what I
seen. Because it started at home.
Mm-hmm.
It started at home. And then, he showed a little interest in me. He made me feel beautiful. he made me feel like I was the only woman that mattered. When in all actuality, once 315 let out and he got to go over there and I got to go over here, he down there sleeping with Sally.
You think peer pressure have a lot to do with him?
Oh, absolutely, girl. Peer pressures. Ooh, girl. That's a whole nother. Because I'm trying not to cuss, but ooh, peer pressures. Ooh, it's a mother. Ooh, it's a mother. I mean, because it's hard. I mean, as an adult, it's hard because you got to think about it. We sitting around, chug a love, now you feel like you got to do it. Peer pressure is a mother effort.
Talk about peer pressure.
Peer pressure, everybody has their own little form, but I mean, their own little how they say it. I don't do the correct terminology because I just don't. Because sometimes I don't remember, but I can tell you what I know. And peer pressure is when you don't want to do it, but you are pressured into feeling like you have to fit in or to have some type of acceptance. It's another one. I can't even think of it. Just, so you could be that it girl. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to be that popular girl. They want to, because I want to be the cheerleader. I want to be the football. You know what I'm saying? I want to put the head football, whatever, football player, whatever they call, the linebacker. I don't know, something. They play football, all that stuff. They want to be number one. The quarterbacks. Yeah, them people. Okay. Sports is not my thing. Okay. I just want to be number one. And you're not only are you pressured by your parents to be great, but now that you've shown that you can run that ball, now you got that pressure from school because Coach Harding loves you, and Coach Harding is standing behind you, and we about to be your second family because it's gonna be you. All that pressure you putting on that child. So not only I have to be great at school, I have to be great at home, and I have to be great at school. So when do I get to find time for me? Because I don't have time for me because I'm doing everything everybody else want me to do. That's pressure. And then when they start to crack under pressure, then they be like, well, I don't understand what just happened.
Because you're under all that peer pressure.
Pressure is a mother. That shit can kill you.
And that peer pressure leads to our domestic violence.
Yeah, it leads to you, being in a not healthy situation, relationship, friendship, courtship, sexship, or whatever. All them. It's whatever it is, it's just unhealthy. I mean, we all want to be loved from the age of little fella to big fella. We all want to be loved. We all want to feel, cared for. That I know that this person loves me truly inside and out. We all want that. Hell, I want that.
And I'm big Erica and want it.
But the thing with that is one thing we need to know is we have to love ourselves. It starts with us. We have to love ourselves. We have to know that we are worth whatever it is. I care for me. I love me. But when I say it, I have to mean it. Not just saying it all because, oh, it was a cute quote. No, say it and mean it. If that means you got to look at yourself in the mirror, I'm her. And remember, when you walk out that door, you still her. And be her. Don't let anybody distract you from being your authentic self.
So what as we talk about unhealthy relationship with our teenagers, what are some examples of an unhealthy relationship that our teens are dealing with?
Bullying, at school, email, text message, sexual, verbal, mental. I mean, it's pretty much everything that an adult deals with. It's pretty much the same thing, except it's happening younger. When you see an adult because you're 18, no, you're not an adult. In some, you might be legal to, but you still can't go buy no. If you drink, you can't still go buy no drink. So what you legal of?
Exactly.
Can you leave my house at 18?
Nope.
Can you leave my house? I mean, you can at 18, but don't expect me to pay that car note. Don't expect me to pay that light rent. Don't expect, because you're
And
grown.
that cell phone that you want to keep.
So you're not grown. So you just have to remember that you have to love yourself. It's like you just have to love yourself. We want to be loved. We deserve to be loved properly. And when you know that it doesn't feel right, then that's when you need to separate yourself from that situation, because that can turn ugly quickly, very quickly.
So when you say quick, how quickly? Like, give us an example of, and I know you're not a teenager, but I'm quite sure you have seen some stories because you deal with that. Give us what will be one example of, and we just giving, we giving people the feel of this is what a teen violent relationship look like. The girl this and the boy this, and give us like a little, or maybe a backstory that you may have known, or something that you may have seen somebody come to you with as a teen. That way they can get a picture. It's not a big picture, but it's a picture that as a parent I could look for. Oh, I heard Kim say it was this sign. Or I heard Kim say this was this. Like, give us kind of like a picture of one.
16, 17-year-old girl. She was dating, this fella in school. And, us as women, we want to fix everybody.
We do.
He was he was showing her a little bit more attention. She was, like she said, she wasn't, it's something that she's never had, even though you can have both parents at home, but I need for people to stop saying that, because I had mom and daddy at home. Don't mean shit.
No.
Because you don't know what that dynamic is. But anyway, I digress. They just started, doing typical teenage stuff. They just started hanging out. They were on a couple of they ran track together. And then it just kind of developed into a relationship. But as soon as I went from single to being in a relationship, he changed. And I don't understand why he changed, but he changed, because now he feels like he owns me. Drop your location. Why? Because now you don't trust me. So now I have to prove to you who I am, or where I am, and what I'm doing. So then you can come back later and throw that in my face. It got to the point to where, he was verbally talking to her crazy. She wasn't really allowed to date. So a lot of stuff happened at school. And I mean, we all know, once you get school, you know where the hot hidden spots are. No cameras. Meet me in the bathroom. I got to look out, especially if you're the popular kid in school. You got to look out. So you got everybody paying while you in there doing whatever needs to be done, and then she comes out just show her, but nobody cares. Don't make me do this to you, because we blaming you for that, because you didn't do what I said to do. You ain't my mama, you ain't my daddy. But because I didn't listen to you, now you feel like it's okay for you to degrade me. So that's okay for you to mentally degrade me.
Mm-hmm.
Then it got to the point of they went out. The first time she ever went out. And he didn't like what she had on. Called her a hoe and everything else. And it's just, again, I'm older, but when we listen to these kids talk, you know, I'm not okay with you calling me a hoe. I'm not okay with you calling me a bitch. I'm not okay with that. But when you deal with some of these young, they okay with that because they call each other that.
That's those names that they use as
Yeah.
girls, as us girls. We talk, bitch, don't do that. Oh, girl, bitch, don't do that. You know, we using that word so much until when
Mm-hmm.
guys say or young boys say it to us, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
it
okay.
ain't okay.
But it ain't okay.
But
Because
we
what
shouldn't
you
be
ain't about
saying
to
that
do.
to ourselves, to each other.
And see, and
Period.
that's the thing. That's the thing. It's all on what you tolerate. See, you have to know in the beginning of whatever friendship you in, relationship you get in, on how you want to be addressed.
And boundaries.
You have to have those. You have to have them. Because you're not gonna call, it's not okay for you to call me a hoe. It's not okay for you to call me out my name. It's not. But because he didn't like, you know, what she had on, you know, of course he degraded her in every sense of the word. And then she had sense enough to, when she got home, pretty much she told her parents everything that happened. And of course, I would never, they always say, I'm sorry. That's why I don't like the word sorry. When I tell you I don't like it, I don't like it. Because sorry means nothing.
Not
I
if
mean,
you're
because
not
what does it mean?
passionate about that sorry.
And it's still if you are passionate, because I've seen some people cry, oh, and it just be like, oh, I'm so sorry, and you feel like you feel it in your soul, like, oh, they really mean it. Oh my gosh, they really. Oh, I feel it, and I'm gonna forgive you, and then life is gonna go on, and then as time goes, it's gonna happen again.
And I'm
So
gonna say
then,
I'm sorry again because I blackened your eye, or you made me did that. How the fuck
and
I
it's
made you do
always
that?
right, and that's the thing that I need for everybody to understand. It's not your fault.
It's not.
Don't let them blame you for something that you know damn well you didn't do.
Oh,
No, you
don't
didn't
let
do
them
it.
talk. Don't let them. Oh, you ran into my fist.
How sway when I'm sitting over here on the couch? How?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sitting in the car and I got my phone in my hand. How? I mean, just, you know, my thing is sit back and make it make sense. You know what you deserve. You know how you want to feel. And if that's not how you want to feel, then you need to dismiss yourself from that situation. And even though a lot of people say it's harder than what you think, change my number. Sometimes you can't always change your address, change your number. And if you feel like you have to worry about your life, call 911. Go get a restraining order. Do something. Tell somebody in your family that this is what's going on, because if we don't know, how are we supposed to help you? How are we supposed to protect you?
And even with
Like, make it
teens,
make sense.
and even with teens, you know, as you know, give a sister a hug. We deal with sisterhood. As
Yeah,
teens, they still need to have that sisterhood too,
they
because
do.
you have to have that one person. Hey, sis, he hit me.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm,
when
mm-hmm,
you get ready to make that escape plan, sis need to be on
mm-hmm.
board with that. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And
So
that's
just
the thing. But that's the thing. That's a key word though. You have to know that whoever you're talking to, you can trust them. Because it's some backstabbing people
right,
out
and
here
that really will
that will
tell him
that
where you at. You know, like, oh yeah, she said she coming over here, and
mm-hmm,
when you walk through the door with your shit, who's sitting
mm-hmm,
on the sofa? I'm sorry, babe. You know I ain't mean to do that, and
mm-hmm,
hugging and
mm-hmm.
kissing on you, and as we all know, don't get it twisted, sisters, that we do it all the time. All they gotta do is hug and kiss on us. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna
Buys that Louis, Gucci, and Prada that you ain't
exactly.
never had before.
But you know, it's so funny that me and one of my boyfriends, we got into it, and he was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Here go a purse. Here you go." And I'm like, "I don't want that purse." I throw him that purse back. What you did was wrong. Don't throw me a purse and say it's okay, because the shit ain't okay. And us teenagers, y'all gotta know, when he come with a little gift or he come with a hug, you gotta know, don't take that, because that's not what you deserve.
So your life is worth that bag.
And boss up. You could go buy your own purse.
I don't need a purse. I need my own business.
Exactly. Throw me a plane, a business plane.
Help me get off the ground. Exactly. Don't throw me no purse. But in all actuality, you need to run away from him, because if he does it once, he's gonna do it again. That's why you keep getting these gifts. I mean, have you not put two and two together?
As Betty Wright said, he come up in there with flowers. I'm thinking to myself, what I deserve to get flowers for. And y'all, we know we saying we letting it out that we owe them, but I think everybody listen to Betty Wright, you know.
Yeah.
So
she got a whole story. I like Betty Wright. Oh, sorry.
So talk about, as for parents and guardians that have kids and have teenagers 12 to 19, what are some signs that they need to be looking out for with dealing with their teenagers?
How they're acting. That's one sign. I mean, I don't, let's just say, you drop your kid off at school, because again, 12 to 19. So you drop your child off from school and they having a bad day. You need to find out why they had a bad day. Why? And then you, as a parent, you need to get down to the bottom of it. Not, well, I just had a bad day.
I like that.
That's a sign. That's a sign of something. So you don't know what didn't happen to that child. But see, we also have to remember they're still young. So since they're still young, they don't have an adult mentality. They might act like they do, but they ain't.
So you just might be trying to process too.
That too. And then you have to remember, sometimes these abusers get in their head, because it starts with the mind first. Let me get in your head. Let me control you by your mental here. Then I know I can manipulate everything else. But that is a sign that, and he just popped up your notification. She won't let you go through her phone. You can't go in her bedroom. Well, I don't understand this whole privacy. We got privacy. This last I looked, what bill did you pay in him? Not one. So everything in this house is mine, love. Everything. That includes your bed. And that phone, because who paying for that? What job you got?
My brother
so I am that parent.
My brother took the door hinges off his off his kid's bedroom.
My oldest son didn't have hinges on his either. I got to keep my good eye on you. Everybody else, we walking down the hall in our house, walking down the hall, and my youngest son got a lock on his door. I got a lock on my door, and then my oldest, he ain't got one. You got to watch. You got to be mindful of what's going on around you. You got to talk. You have to be able to talk to your kids, not talk at your kids. Talk to your kids. Actually sit there and listen to them and process what they're saying. Don't overtalk them. Let them say what they need to say. And then if you got to write it down. Write it down. Write down the question. Write it down. Don't interrupt them, because once they start warming up to you and they see that you're not acting crazy, you're going to get more information out of them.
And then you're going to be sitting there like, damn, I just asked one question.
Girl, look here. You might need a drink after. Okay? You might need one.
But as parents, we still have to have that open conversation. We got to be open. We just can't, as soon as they say something, just like snapping turtles.
See, and that's the thing, because this is how I was raised. But my thing is, how you were raised, and you didn't like how you was raised.
Right.
So you have to be the one to change that dynamic on how you raising your own kids. And no, there's not a book out here on parenting. It's not. But we know what's right and wrong. We know what makes us feel loved. Okay? We know that I can go talk to my mom about any and everything.
That's just like my little cousins, my godchild, you know, her and my mama have conversations. And, you know, my mama is the type, she listened to them. And they'll come and just start talking. And you know, my mama on her computer, but she side because she hearing things.
Does she hear what y'all saying?
Yeah, and she, you know, she wouldn't say nothing, but you know, my little godchild tell she'll sit there and be like, "Yeah, Marie, cause da 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 da," and you know, Marie side them, but she never cut her off when she got to certain things. She'll just let her keep talking, and my mama would just sit there and for hours. Till sat there for hours with my mama, and my mama, she's in her 70s, and when Till leave, my mama like, God damn, did you just hear what that? And you know, it's
she like, the wall out. She the wall out. Yes.
She was like, you know, my mom was like, God damn, the shit she was talking about. My godchild was talking about, you know, not knowing who you gonna fall in love with. You don't know if you're gonna fall in love with a girl or a boy. And my mom was like, what? You know, it's some things, because she sat there and listened to her and didn't interrupt the conversation. My mom was looking like, God damn, if I would have had some of these conversations with my mama, my head would be against it. And you gotta have that open conversation, you know, and that's what she did, Mom. She just unload a whole lot of stuff, you know, and me and my mama have conversations, and she listened, and my mama was so stunned because my little godchild was telling her about oral sex, and my mom, and you know, she just like side nodding like,
well, I wasn't ready.
And when she left, she was like, girl, if I would have told Geneva something like that, my head would be against the wall. But because they didn't have those type of conversations, but you know, they didn't have those kind of conversations. They didn't talk about sex. Like my mama actually sat there and let her pour everything out, and Marie was like, "Oh shit, I got a headache after this one." But you have to let them, because once they feel comfortable of talking to you. Once they feel comfortable of talking, you get a whole lot. And even when my godchild go through things, she called Marie. Marie like, okay,
she knows that's the only person that's gonna listen to her,
because she found that safety net that I can talk to her about anything. So that's what we have to do as parents. We gotta listen to her, because I know we don't want to hear some of their conversations, but we got to listen to some of these conversations, because we just never know. Once they start, just fall back and allow them to say, get it out.
Because you gonna know a whole lot of stuff. Because I'm everybody's favorite TT Kim, because I just be talking and then I just be listening, and I just walk up on you and ask you, have you had sex today? Because I'm one of those. And then they looking at you crazy. Well, I just need to know, do I need to take you, you know, get some rubbers? What we need to do? You know, do we need to take you think you might be impregnated or something? Hey, I'm just trying to make sure, you know, your kid is supposed to be
and we gotta have those conversations with them. We have to have these open,
you can't be scared to talk about
conversations with them.
And you can't leave it. You can't leave it for the schools either. I mean, I know back in the day when I was in school, I know we had like home ec, and in home ec you learned everything in home ec. I don't know what they got now, but you know, don't leave it up to the schools. But it needs to start in school. It needs to be a class that is
homemaking needs to be brought back, because we had homemaking when I was in school. No, when I was in school, we had sex education. Talked about sex.
I mean, but let's keep it 100 though. That sex education was nothing. I mean, all you showed me was a picture of a penis, and then and all the little, you know, the little hole, and then this is the vagina. I mean,
but at least you got a base. At least you got a base to build on.
I need to know what the vagina and the penis do. That's what I need to know.
You got a base though. You got the base. You got the foundation. So what you can build on. I feel like a lot of stuff start at home.
I'm trying to build on my own with the, I'm trying to figure out what the penis and the vagina are supposed to do. This is where y'all supposed to come tell me
ask your mom
what it's supposed to do. So then I know not to do it, because when you do those things, you get the disease and you can get a baby.
But you gotta, it starts at home. A lot of stuff starts at home. Your mama and daddy gotta talk about the birds and the bees.
They do. They sure do.
You got some parents you do not want to talk birds and the bees to. Like my brother. My brother has 2 teenagers. He had 2 teenagers back to back. And one of them asked, he feel like, I'm talking to my babies. I'm talking to my children. He the one got a cigarette in a cup, a glass, but your baby asks you about oral sex. Now you ready to clear the room now. No, don't clear the room. You say you gonna talk to your babies. So now your baby asks you a question. You puffing on that cigarette. You about to get cancer. My brother is. She asked him, and my little niece had dyslexia. So it's sometimes she may come different than the oldest daughter, but back to back as teenagers. And baby, she hit money with that. Baby, that cigarette was like that to money. Look, money. No, you asked her a question. You opened the door. Now you deal with what. Now you gotta explain to her.
Yep.
Because you told her.
Yep.
You made her feel like you could come to daddy and talk to me, daddy, about everything. Now she done posed you this question. Don't get scared now. Don't start puffing on that cigarette 20 miles an hour. And now you want to talk about go talk to your mama. No, you told her.
You open up that door. You open up that door.
You made it to where your kids can talk to you about anything. You have conversations with your kids. You have conversations with the kids in the community. You bringing them to your house. You having whole school in your house. So you don't open these children up to where they can talk to you about anything. So when your daughter come to you with a question, don't get senile now.
Oh, they do so quick.
Money called my mama. She said, "Ma, why that girl asked me this?" You opened that door. Now answer that question. That's what we need you to do.
Answer. Right, that's all I need for you to do is answer. Because that's what they need. See, the thing with that is that we as parents, you don't want them to get that shit off the street. Because you don't know what nothing of them gonna tell them. You don't know what they gonna tell them. So you need to tell them the real.
Nothing them ain't gonna tell her nothing.
Girl.
They're gonna show you.
Let me show you.
Let me show you.
And how you say you is again, girl? Let me show you what you need to do.
That's why, as I say, as parents, we gotta be open. We gotta be open to these conversations. Let me tell y'all, they might hit y'all with some conversations. You gotta be open and transparent with them.
I don't be ready. You know what? I don't be. Sometimes I don't be ready. I don't be. I'm one of those. You can talk to me about, but I don't be ready sometimes because my niece be coming and I be like, wait, wait a minute, what?
Say that again.
Ooh. Wait a minute, because I got hot. Wait a minute. Okay, now, and I'll repeat what you said because I want to make sure I heard what you said. Okay. So, and I mean, they be so serious with their little cute self. They be so serious. So what you think? And we dying inside.
As a parent, you sitting there dying in the inside.
I'm dying on the inside.
You about to run clean away from this table because they done asked you this question like, all right, now, how you about to deal with this one? Where you got the first question? Where you got that from? So we have to have these open dialogue conversations with our children. We have to, especially our teens, because so much in this world is going on and so much their little minds can't comprehend. And domestic violence is something that they're not comprehending because they don't understand. Give or take, you may have some kids that see it in their household, and give or take, you have some kids that don't see it in their household. But but still in all, their minds are still young and trying to comprehend those things. So we have to be very open.
That part again. Their mind is young, and they're still trying to comprehend these things because they don't.
You don't want to come up at 14, and I had a friend. Daughter come up pregnant at 14, and that's not a situation we trying to go through it. We want to arm them with tools and knowledge and understanding with everything that needs to be. And it's not
And
saying we're
then,
gonna hit everything on the nail because time changed so much. We gotta keep these conversations open. I'm 38 years old and I still have conversations with my mom about things. And my mama like, girl, we ain't talk about that when we was growing up. Okay, well, I got that question. You the mama. Can we talk about it? And much as we don't want to talk about some conversations like sex, domestic violence, we don't want to talk about those because we feel like our kids not going to experience that. They're going to experience those things,
especially if they see it at home.
Yes. So good sister, talk about, give parents some tools that they can do or take to teach to their kids early on.
Number one is have open conversation. Be able, and when you say have an open conversation, they can come to you at any time. You have to stand in that. Even though, like we were saying, the conversations, ooh, Lord, we just don't, but you have to have, they know they can come talk to me about anything, but do they really know that though?
Right.
Because they go off of how you've acted or reacted to something that has been done. So you need to have an open, honest communication with your kids. You need to, and that's just what, if they're not your kids, with your nieces and nephews, because I have open conversations with everybody that I come in contact with. And, sometimes, it's not going to be the proper terms, but you going to know by the time everything is said and done, that question that you asked is going to be answered. Okay, it's going to be answered. So we need to be available. We need to pay attention to the signs. I noticed she been off different for the last couple of weeks. So you need to, as a parent, because see, sometimes, we go to work, we got to deal with bullshit at work. We taking, kids this way, and then I got my husband, he crazy. So, you forget, it's like you see them, but you're not present for them. There's a difference. So being there for them and listening to them and letting them know that you are available and we could talk about anything. That's number one. Pay attention to what they're doing, how they're acting. If they're acting funny, hey, I just been, just casual. What's going on with you? You just seem a little different. Or you ain't said nothing about Roscoe. What's going on between you and Roscoe? Communication. Girl, I be pulling these names out. I don't know who these people is, but I'm just pulling stuff outside me. But you just need to just pay attention. You have to pay attention. I mean, that's the only thing I can tell you. Pay attention to your child. From school, if the grades is failing, that's a sign. Either something's wrong with them or something's going on. Don't pressure your kids and make them be, because they're gonna be my star. Don't do that to your kids. Even though, yeah, we all want to be not famous, because I really don't. I just want to be wealthy. I want to just be able to live comfortable. And when I want to go to the store, don't do it. But yeah, when I want to go Hobby Lobby and buy whatever I need at the Hobby Lobby, then I need all that at the Hobby Lobby, absolutely. But I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be able to be, that resource, that person in the community, be like, hey, let me help you out. I get phone calls, I get text messages, I get, people need help. I just want to be able to help them. That's all I want to do. I don't want to be like rich and famous. I don't want to do that. I just want to, get out here, spread the word, bring awareness to it, because it needs to be talked about, period.
And give us some resources. Talk about the resources that's out there.
Resources is out there. I mean, we have, the counseling, that's a resource. If you're pregnant, I have a resource for that. Housing, we're working on that. I mean, the program that, if you're pregnant, that's a resource for that. Like if you're pregnant and, I got that resource for that. But if you need therapy, I got that as well. If you need somebody to talk to, got that.
So leave your information where they can get in contact with you.
So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so which email I want to use? Help. So help, HELP, at qualitydayfoundation.com. That lets me know that you need some type of help from me. So you can reach out that way. You can find me on Instagram. I have Instagram and Facebook at Quality Day Foundation. And my DMs and messenger things is open. Domestic violence don't stop. It's a 24-hour thing. So just reach out, and we could talk at any time. I'm available. Now sometimes I do try to go to sleep. I might not sleep long, but I do try to go to sleep. But my thing is, when you reach out, be genuine. I don't turn anybody away, but I need for people to understand that, if you're in this situation and you're not ready, don't waste nobody's time. We can hear you, but then don't waste nobody's time. Especially when a girl sit up there and tell you why I ain't gonna leave you, what you calling me for?
Because we need those resources for people that are ready. Our teenagers that really do need help. We're not saying don't call us. To get out. Right. We're not saying don't call us or don't get in contact with us, but be ready to make that move, because we have other people that's ready.
Yes. Yep. We all about that. Let's make moves. Let's do it. Let's learn what a healthy relationship is. You might not know it from home, and you might not know it from school, but that don't feel right. So, because we can give you the tools on what a healthy relationship is. So just come on over. We can help you with that. We can talk about it. I got an activity book. We can talk about that too. You can work on some little problem stuff. Bring some awareness.
And I think it's important that, thanks Kim from even being that person in the community to even help adults and opening this door and starting with our teens, because if we can start with our teens early, we could save them before they get older. If we could teach them early what healthy relationships look like, when they get older, they know what healthy relationships look like. And a lot of it started, for us girls, a lot of it started as self-esteem. And we even talk about, Kim may have things about self-esteem. I may have things post up on my Instagram, and give a sister a hug. We talk about these things for teens. We talk about self-esteem, because that's where all of it, not in a nutshell, start. We have to have good self-esteem. We have to keep uplifting one another. And that's the whole thing for Give a Sister a Hug. Give a Sister a Hug is open to teens too, because we have to build that foundation of sisterhood. Because if I can build Kim up, that means she can keep getting better, and she'll know what a healthy relationship look like, because we uplifting one another. So thanks that everybody even tuned in of watching this special edition of Wind Down Friday in February, because we have to spread the word about teen domestic violence relationship, because it's real. It's not fake. It's real. Our teenagers are dealing with it, and then our teenagers are dealing with it and bringing it into the adult life. So we have to slow it down.
Change the narrative.
When they get to the adult age and they're not dealing with the same thing, because even just like adults end up, and God forbid they die in these relationships, it can happen to our teens, because you get that emotionally involved. Because they get to the point where if I can't have you, nobody not gonna have you. And that's just like my book, Sister, I Got Your Back. In my book is a teenage girl. She's 21 years old. Her boyfriend isolated her from her family. So that's another thing that they do, isolating. So in my book, he isolated her from her family, and in the end, he killed her. So y'all need to check that book out. It's good enough for the teenagers to read too, because it's something that happening every day. And I felt like it needed to be out there. So, thanks for tuning in. Make sure if y'all need help, as Kim says, she have help, HELP,
LP at
Foundation.
QualityDayFoundation.com. Mm-hmm.
And she also can be reached on IG at Quality Day Foundation.
And we're gonna link that down at the bottom.
Right. So thanks for
tuning
in to the special edition of Wind Down Friday. I'm your girl, author Erica, and I have my fabulous co-host, author Kim, here with us. And we're gonna keep on spreading awareness to this teen violence. Yes. And I need y'all to be on parents. Let's start asking questions when our kids come up and they're looking funny, doing funny things, and being open to these conversations. It might not be the conversations we want to have, and y'all might be like my brother, smoking up cigarettes 10 miles an hour. But we gotta have these conversations.
You gotta have these.
We don't want Bobo and them out there showing them the bad way.
The good way. Yeah.
Have a nice day. Thanks for tuning in. Know that you're not alone
at all.
We're here with you guys. We're gonna get through these ups and downs together, and in the end, we all gonna have a story. And take care. I'm your girl, author Erica. Peace.